Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Arm Wrestling Simulator, where in today's video, we're going to be attempting and hopefully being successful at maxing out the new best pet in the entire game. And of course, the new pet is located in the brand new World 10, the Magic Forest. It is also a free-to-play pet, as it is located in this Critter's Egg, which you can open using wins, which you get in the game. So it is not a Robux pet. It is not a pet you have to spend your hard-earned Robux for in Arm Wrestling Simulator. So I'm super excited for this because the pet should be a whopping, I think it is 4.2 billion stats, which is good because that will be way better than our current best pet in our inventory. So, I mean, it's pretty easy. The first step would be to actually get the pet, which is the Elder Dominus pet. And as you see, we don't have the pet. We are going to have to grind for it. And the only real way to do that, of course, is by opening up some here potions. Now, we already have quite a few wins because if you miss it, we opened a ton of lucky blocks using our winner team. And we have 18 QT wins, which I'm actually kind of curious. Are we still #1 in the worlds for win? As of yesterday, we were still #1 in the world, but let's go over here. We are still #1 in the entire world. So we're literally using the most wins anyone has ever used in this game to open up eggs. 18 QT. You guys are basically seeing a world's first, a world record, if you might say so. And this should give us around 18,000 eggs worth of wins to open in hopes of getting this Elder Dominus pet. I obviously hope we actually are able to get a few more, because in order for this to be successful, we need to actually get a golden version. And if we just open one random pet here, the slithering sake, as you can see, it is not gold. But if we do chuck on a golden potion, well, there's a chance, and I say a chance, that the pets you get will be golden. And that's important because we need a golden pet in order for this to be successful. If not, we're gonna have to get 5 Elder Dominuses and combine them into a golden. But the good part is we should only need one of these pets due to the fact that we have 53 Phoenix fruits. Yeah, that's a little insane. We have 53 Phoenix fruits, so we only need one baby golden Elder Dominus. Then we can use the Phoenix fruits, turn it into a big, and then a huge, and then obviously from there we can go down the rabbit hole of maxing this pet out. So it's pretty simple. We just need one golden baby Elder Dominus, and then we can turn that into a 4.2 billion max pet. Of course, at the very end, I'm going to equip it with our strength team, with one of the best and strongest strength teams in the entire world, filled with best friend 8s. I'll let you guys know how much strength we are actually able to get in World 10 with these new training methods. But let's go and make sure we have on our luck team equipped, because we are going to be needing to get very lucky. So all of the luck potions we have, all the golden, all the void potions, just chucking on everything, giving us all the possible luck boosts. Of course, we have already purchased all of the lucky game passes as well. There's literally nothing else we can do in this game to make us luckier than we will be when trying to open this Critter's Egg. So 1 TDC, so again, 18 QT is enough for around 18,000 of these eggs. And we're going to make it so that we are not opening any of these snakes, hedgehogs, or ants, I believe. That's because we just want the eagle and just want the Elder Dominus. And so, as you can see, they're basically like every other egg seems to be golden. So we have a lot of RNG that we need on our side in order for this to be successful. We're already seeing our wins trickle down quite significantly. I think it'll take us around 30 or 40 minutes to open up all of these eggs. And again, I just need one. We just need one of these. So gonna go AFK, and I'll check back in with y'all once I burn through my 18 QT #1 in the world wins to see if we can't get this pet.
6 hours later.
Well, we're out of wins, and that means one thing. Let's see, did we get... Oh my, we didn't even get the 1 in a million pet. This angered eagle right here is 1 in a million. So the Elder Dominus with a 1 in 5 million chance. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. I didn't hope it would come to this, but I think it might actually be that rare. And the downside is, well, even with the wins potions and with a wins team, a full winner 6 team, we're only going to be able to manage to get 1/5 of the wins we need to open literally one egg. And that's just because right now we're not strong enough to beat really even the 4th boss or the 2nd strongest boss, the fungi crusher, because this thing, we can just barely squeeze out a win, but it takes absolutely ages, so it's not really worth doing it. So I gotta rethink my strategy. If we want to get this pet, we might have to go purchase it from someone.
Many hours later.
All right, it took a really long time, but apparently we have found someone that is actually selling the Elder Dominus, and they're right here in my game. I mean, they're a Baconair account, and they've got a little low strength, so I hope they're actually telling the truth. And they want 8,000 tokens for the pet, which is a really steep price, but hey, if I'm able to get my hands on at least one of these, then we can grind it up to become a max version. And again, that's all I want. So if they want 8,000 tokens, then 8,000 tokens is the price I'm willing to pay, considering it'll give me a 4 billion multiplier pet. So I guess in theory, this pet is free to play, but we are actually kind of having to pay for it because it's just so hard to obtain at the moment. All right, let's see. 8,300 tokens. Let's give him a trade and see. Oh, is that it? Oh my gosh, the Elder Dominus Golden. It has 189 million multiplier, which again doesn't look very special, but that's okay. So 8,000 tokens it is. Oh, they've accepted the deal. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Will it go through? I mean, I'm hoping so, please. What's taking so long? Yes, the Elder Dominus is in our inventory. We are for sure locking it. Just spent 8,000 tokens, or basically 8,000 Robux on that. They just dropped a little GG's in the chat. I think they're heading out to go get some more Elder Dominuses, maybe, because I don't even know how they got that first one. Because again, I mean, I know they've said this is kind of accurate, sort of inaccurate. I'm assuming there's more than one that exists in the entire world. But again, it took me hours to find this one. But now that we have it, we were able to do something that I've never actually done in the game before. And I don't know if we have to have it locked. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can keep it locked. And that is use these Phoenix fruits over here. Now, because of course, as it's still in its baby state and it's not powerful at all, it's not leveled up, nothing like that. We need to get this thing to a huge so we can, of course, start the process, the long and tedious process of maxing this thing out. And so first, we need a Phoenix fruit. And as you can see by this description, it says instantly evolve a pet of your choice, but it doesn't work on exclusives. So all of these pets right here where it says exclusive, it has this golden border around it. It won't work on these pets because they're usually event pets or super rare, or you can get them really easily. But with this Elder Dominus, it's a legendary, so we should be able to use this Phoenix fruit on it. Click it. Is it worked? Wait, it said pet fed successfully, but if we go, does it have to update or something? Because we just fed it. Elder Dominus. Wait, it's what? It's still a baby. Why didn't that work? We used the Phoenix fruit. Go type it in again. Elder Dominus. Oh, there it goes. Okay, maybe it glitched because it was locked. I really have no clue. But as you can see, it has just gone from a baby to a big. And I think if we do one more, we'll go to a huge. Oh, it is now a huge with a 378 million multiplier. Let's see. Let's unequip all. Put on the Elder Dominus. And oh, this thing, it looks pretty sick. I like the black outline of it. But as you guys know, that is just the beginning. Our next stop. I think we just did this kind of recently with the Elite Cobalt, getting that to 4 billion. And then of course, as you guys know, the Elite Cobalt is no longer our best bet. It used to be a 4 billion multiplier, but they gave out too many, so they nerfed it. And now it is worth 101 multipliers. So it absolutely sucks. But now we get to have our revenge with another 4 billion multiplier pet. So we can go and chuck this in the slot, the Elder Dominus. Of course, we're not going to be sitting around waiting for this to be done. We can go ahead and spend 29 Robux, get that sped up, and now we have a Goliath version of the pet, which is the biggest possible version you can get and has a 472 million multiplier. Now, if you're wondering, what do we do next? Well, that's easy to answer because if we head to World 3, we can go to this Void machine, and luckily, because we have the Void Game Pass, which I think some people are actually asking how I did this, it is, where is it? Oh, I don't actually know. Where is the Void Game Pass? Maybe it's magic eggs? I don't actually know. There is a game pass. I purchased it before. Maybe it's the magic. Well, no, I don't even have magic eggs. What am I talking about? What? I don't know. I've purchased some game pass in the past. Maybe because I purchased it, it's no longer there. But it allows you to basically turn these pets into void instantly instead of having to wait 5 hours. So instead of 5 hours, it's 5 seconds. And now this pet is going to have a 627 million multiplier. Oh, that is so beautiful. So we can go and claim it. And then if we put this on, does it look any different? No, it looks the exact same, but there's a few more processes we need to go through in order to make this a super strong pet. And of course, at the end of the video, now that we actually have this pet, I am going to be doing some tests to see how much strength we can gain in World 10, what's the fastest method, and how much strength per hour can we gain, because hopefully I can get enough strength over the next few days to beat the final boss. That is really why I'm doing all this and why I paid so many Robux for this pet. But over here in the fourth world, we have the mutate machine. Now I just need to go ahead and find this pet. There it is, the Elder Guardian. So there's a 1% chance for a ghost mutate. And as you guys know, it's pretty rare, but it does come with the added benefit of giving your pet a 2x stat multiplier. So I think, what is it, 600 million right now? Yeah, 627 million. So it'll be around a 1.3 billion multiplier pet. So we didn't get it that time. We basically just have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It takes usually 5 to like 15 or 20 minutes. It's really tedious, really boring. So we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead to the fun part where we actually are able to successfully get this pet mutated with the ghost mutate. And then we can move on from there. Oh, Hey, Ghost, let's go. Now that took, I think we started around about 980 or 990 health kits. So again, it doesn't always take that long to get the ghost version of the pet. But and I will say, typically when you get the ghost version, it just kind of ruins it because it's like, oh, my really cool pet, I can't see it. I've always had this, and I get it. It is a ghost. It's a ghost enchant. Woo! But like, there's got to be some other effect we could apply to these pets because you have like the rarest and the best pets in the game, but they're just not visible at all. But anyways, that is the third to last thing that we have to do. I almost said second to last, but I forgot something. That is the third to last thing we have to do, but our pet already has a 1.261 billion multiplier, which is, well, it's pretty good. Now, because I just recently maxed out a pet and I don't want to have to go through the displeasure again of trying to get a red slime on my pet, because if you're wondering, why the heck do you need a red slime pet? Well, this machine over here is the Slimify machine, and as you all know, there is a really small chance, a 1.75% chance that you get a 2.25x multiplier on our pet. So if we were able to get it on our Elder Dominus, that would make this pet around a 2.7 billion multiplier pet, which is already nuts. But before we do that, we're gonna do something a little bit easier, and that is leveling up this pet using pet XP. Now, the garden update has been out for quite some time now, and originally when this came out earlier this year, it was pretty much a dud. But the developers have added some features, made some changes to the prices of things, and overall it has become a lot more easy to get fruit and other pet XP to level up your pets. Now, I'm pretty sure no one actually uses the seeds and plants the seeds because we have 4,000 banana seeds, 1,000 apple seeds, and 100 pear seeds, and these basically do nothing because if you go over here to the farmer merchant, well, they just sell these apples for tickets, and tickets you get by beating bosses. And so we have 15 million tickets, which it's a little overkill, I know, but we're going to be using it for some upcoming videos. But basically, people have been able to trade just a ton of tickets. As you can see, we're able to buy 7 apples every 20 minutes, or 21 apples technically every 7 minutes. And we could do this trade as well for the rotten apples, but it's not as good. And so I've done this myself. It takes quite a while to actually purchase these across all the accounts to max it out, but we already have 900 perfect apples, which you get by going over here to the upgrade snacks area. You could chuck in 3 rotten apples, and then that gives you 1 normal apple, and then 3 normal apples will give you 1 perfect apple. And so with these perfect apples, it gives your pet 250 pet XP. So with 900 of these, I think we have right in the ballpark of like 225,000 pet XP, which is really good because I think we only need 300,000 pet XP to max out our pet. So we go over here, we'll just type in, you know, hey, we got 100, but we're all going to be putting on all of them, but just showcase, put on 100, that's 25,000 pet XP. And oh, I forgot. It's so, the way the pet leveling system works is so weird. This is already level 50. And if you don't know, if you go from level 0 to level 100, level 99, and that is another 50% strength boost that your pet gets. So I think we should be able to get just over 2 billion strength with this pet XP, or maybe just a little bit under. Yeah, I think it'd be around 1.9 billion, but with just 25,000 pet XP, we were able to get 50 levels. So if you're ever trying to level up a pet, it's probably never wise to level it up all the way max because we're about to go drop the equivalent of, I think it's like 1,000 Robux worth of apples on this pet. And guess what? It's not even, oh wait, it's actually so close to being maxed out. Oh my gosh. I honestly thought it wasn't gonna be maxed out, but this is 1 level away from being a max Goliath Ghost Elder Dominus and has a 1.869 billion multiplier. So we have some other pet XP. We have some rotten pet bones and stuff. Like, can we just feed this to this? Can we do this? I was maybe gonna go buy some pet XP. Okay, it does need 4.8 million pet XP, I promise. That is just a glitch. But what else? We have some normal apples. We're gonna be running out of pet XP here soon. We might actually need to purchase some. Let's see. Oh, still level 98. Dang it. Everything else just gives like speed boosts and random boosts to my character and doesn't actually give pet XP, which kind of sucks. So it looks like we will have to buy just a few apples. But luckily, I found someone willing to donate the last 100 perfect apples we need. And funny enough, they're actually the person who gave me the apples I already just used. And so huge shout out to Weapon Fighting Sims Lover. What a name. What an absolute Roblox name. Huge thanks, because now we can go into our items and go down to perfect apple. I think we only probably need like 20. That's a guess. Maybe that's a bit overkill. Wait, what? We have Still? Even with 20? I'm just gonna keep doing 20 at a time because this is kind of crazy. I don't want to use them all. There we go. Fully max level 99 Goliath Ghost Elder Dominus 1.876 billion multiplier. But gamers, we have one terrible task ahead of us. And that is gonna be most likely me spending the next 30 to 45 minutes sitting here sliming and rolling for the red slime for this Elder Dominus, because you know what happens when there's it's a 2% chance. We get, whoa, we got purple first try. Maybe that's actually not terrible. 3 billion. You guys, we can just stop there. We don't have to go all the way to red because purple is a 10%. Yeah, 10% for 1.65 multiplier, but we have to do it. We have to go back to the book. And this is my main gripe, and I've said this time and time again. I've even told the developers to their faces, because the slime machine is in world 7. The D slime machine is back here at the cure machine, but it's really scary because you have to click this button and then D slime and then go and click the pet you want. But I many times have almost actually like cured these pets in terms of like getting rid of the ghost mutate, because it's the mutate machine. So in theory, I could accidentally click this, click cure, and then I would no longer have a ghost pet. So they gotta fix it. But this is the repetitive process. We go back to the space center, we run over here, we go, oh, is this going to be it? Is this the time? And then it's not. We roll and then we instantly teleport back to the bunker, and it's just a repetitive process. Also, it does cost me 15 Robux every time I want to de-slime, because you could wait a minute, but because this usually takes anywhere from 30 to 50 tries, if not more, that would be waiting an extra 30 to 50 minutes, which is just crazy. And I'm not patient enough to do that. So we're just gonna pay the 15 Robux, pay the little fee. Update you guys when we have finally reached the red slime max 4 billion pets, and then we'll start doing some pun tests with it, trying to get some strength, and then this will all have been worth it. Oh my goodness, we have done it, and I can't believe it. Now, this is also really interesting because when I originally got this pet, it said there was only, I think that was it said there was literally only one in existence. So I was thinking, yo, this guy, what's he up to? But now I'm seeing that apparently there's 33 of these that exist, and so people must not have many baby golden versions, and they just instantly start upgrading them to huge and Goliaths and do all this, because apparently there's 33 void Goliath Ghost Elder Dominuses with a red slime, which that makes a whole lot more sense. And I guess people are just super lucky, and when they get this pet, they don't want to sell it, because obviously I understand this pet is absolutely insane. And speaking of its insane strength and capabilities, let's head over to the magic forest, which is the whole reason why I wanted to get this pet, and that's because we need strength. As you can see, we have a very respectable 126.3 octillion strength, and you're like, dang, Quack, you've been going crazy. Now, yes, the answer is yes, I have been going pretty crazy. However, I haven't really trained strength in probably a month or so, and because of that, we're only capable of beating the second best boss in World 10. Now, this is a problem because, well, I want to be able to beat the final boss, and as you can see, it's been 5 seconds, 7 seconds now, and we are still struggling to beat the Fungi Crusher, and that is because our lack of strength. And so, at this point, we're just gonna wait. We're just gonna have to wait it out until we beat him. And bada bang, bada boom. 8 D wins. Okay, now we don't have a winner team on. We don't have anything like that, so don't take those wins too seriously. However, we need a whopping 448 octillion recommended strength. Now, because we all basically had, 40 octillion less than this recommended, we can assume that we can beat this boss just barely with around 400 octillion strength. That means I have to basically quadruple my total strength, and that's gonna be a little bit tough. Now, we can go ahead and put on our strength team, which should be full of reindeers, and then there should be some other reindeers we haven't equipped. And it's funny that these pets, it has been, I want to say like 5 or 6 months since they came out, and they're still like widely used as like the best pets in the game for strength training. Anyways, let's go ahead and find our Elder Dominus. Oh, let's lock that bad boy and equip him. And ooh la la, that is, dude. I mean, I would say he's looking good, or they're looking good. I can't see him. Where are they? I can't see any of my pets. This is absurd. So now what we want to do is, of course, make sure we replace our strength team with our current set of pets. And now let me do a little bit of math here. This pet precisely has 4,221,506,250. This is the multiplier, and then we'll times that by 1.65, and this is now the strength of all of our best friend 8 pets in our inventory. We have 44 of these, 306 billion. Oh, that is insane. And then I guess we can go add back the 4.21 billion or whatever it is for a total of 310 billion. Now, if we were able to get a best friend 9 team, That's almost 400 billion. Also, this isn't counting any of the wearables we have. We have currently 35 pet wearables equipped, which probably puts this around 4 billion total stats, which is just absolutely, again, mind-boggling numbers here. Oh, I meant 400 billion, not 4 billion, with a 400 billion total stat team. What are we looking like for strength? Now, right off the bat, it's not super impressive. However, I want to see without this pet equipped, wow, 146.3 QI. Throw on the Elder, and that's like 6 times the strength. That is crazy. So there's a few different methods to train strength here in World 10. The punching bag is honestly pretty decent, but you can only punch it so fast, even with auto clicker. Ooh, interesting. We're getting 376 QI per punch, but how fast are we actually punching? Okay, looks like we're punching about 3 times a second. And so these punches being 380 QI, that's a 1.1 SX every second from the knuckles, where the biceps are actually curling about once every 0.6 seconds. Or doing the math, that's about 1.2 SX strength per minute. So it's just a little bit faster. And typically these big old barbells have been really good for strength, but you could only curl this about once every 1.5 seconds or so. It's a really slow method of training. And so this is definitely not the best way to get strength in the game. And then these hand grippers, just look at this. These are terrible. We're only getting a whopping 100 QI per curl. Like, what's the point? It's not even on the same playing field, the same planet. These strength numbers are so terrible. So it's definitely between the punching bag and the weights. However, the weights have a problem. The punching bag, it doesn't. If you take a look, some of the times we curl our dumbbell, we don't actually get strength credit. Like right there, we didn't get any credit. We didn't get any strength added to our total stats. And so because of that right there, because of those rare instances, maybe once every 5 or once every 4 curls where you don't get the strength you should be getting, I think auto training the punching bag and just having this go, it never messes up its strength. It's always getting a consistent. I think this is probably the best way to get strength currently in Arm Wrestling Simulator. Now, there's also a few things we can do, of course, to get more strength, and that would be getting all of our alt accounts in the server for a full 120% friends boost, which would be around 2.4 SX strength per second. And then we could put on a 3x stat boost code, which would then increase that to 7. And then with the strength boost, we're well over 10 SX per second, around 36 SP per hour, which is, woo, that sounds like an impressive number, because within just a few hours of AFKing, we should be able to double our strength in theory. Again, that's just a theory, but to put this theory to the test, I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna get all my alt accounts in here. I'm gonna stay on for 150 minutes, and we're gonna put on a 3x stat boost code to help give us enough strength to at least be able to breeze through this fungi crush over here, and then hopefully the brute killer in a few days, because this will take at least a day or two of AFKing in order to beat this final boss. So I'm gonna go and get everything set up, and I'll be right back. Well, we got all of our alt accounts in here, and it's gonna look a little funny because they're all over here training on this VIP punching bag. My goal is to also get these accounts up to be able to beat this final boss. That's gonna take a little bit. We also have another video dedicated entirely towards making that happen. But for me, with this whole team in here, yeah, we're getting about 2.1 SX every single second. That's raw strength, you know, not even counting any boost or wait, what about the trails? I didn't even check out the new trails. How good are they? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. So right now I have a 530% trail, and we have 65 TDC, so we could afford the Serenity, which is 530%, which gave us like 4 extra octillion strength. Nothing crazy. Now let's see, does this actually work here? Does this still work? Oh, nice. 3x stat boost for 2 hours. No, it's already pretty late at night, which is why I didn't want to put on a ton of stat boost. I just really wanted to test this with a 3x stat boost. Oh my gosh, we are getting 2.1 SX per punch, and that means we're punching 3 times a second, 6.3 SX every second, and this is with a 10% strength boost, which means we can be making almost like 15 SX per second, which is 54 SP per hour at peak strength boost. And considering 156 SP is basically 130 octillion, we would need probably around 500 SP total strength, or around 6 hours of AFKing on these knuckles. In theory, listen, it's nice. I like to do math, and I like to, you know, put these numbers in the calculator on the spreadsheets and then see if they actually work out. But if this is true, if we only need 6 hours of like peak AFKing to be able to beat this boss, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good rate. So we're gonna go let this account do its thing for the next 2 hours, and so it won't get up to like peak performance, because that's only counting the 15% strength boost, or the 150% strength boost from staying on for like 2.5 hours. So we should still get a good idea of this performance because, again, it's so insane. We're getting so much strength. So, yeah, let you guys know in about 2 hours, once we're done AFKing, how much strength we managed to get. Well, the 3x code ran out, but oh, it definitely didn't disappoint us. We have 217 OC strength, which is pretty insane because that was just a few hours of grinding strength, and we managed to almost double our strength, which I did not think would be possible. And that's all thanks to the Elder Dominus. And so with this loadout, we should be able to beat the final boss, honestly, like maybe later today. But this video has already been super long, and I want to make a full video beating the final boss and training up our final strength. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that you don't miss any uploads. With all that being said, it's been your boy Quack. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.